Unstoppable Women. I wanted to talk to you guys today about follow up. Oh my gosh, follow up is so key. And so this is about following up with your brand new skincare customers. So let's say you just met some women at a party and they decided to buy the skincare, whether it be Timewise 3D, the Miracle Set, the Ultimate Miracle Set, Timewise Repair, it doesn't matter. We really do want to bring these women in and build that relationship. Like, relationships are so key, you guys. And so we used to talk about the 2 + 2 + 2 rule. I want to say in today's world, it's going to be the 1 + 2 + 2 + 2 rule, because you do need to like create that relationship a little bit more quickly and really be top of mind with them. So I've got some really great text messages I got from Tracy Chavez that I'm going to share with you guys, and just this whole thought process around follow-up. So it really is about relationship, you guys, and working full circle. So full circle means that you're selling product, you're scheduling future appointments, which I'll do in another video, and you're also team building all at that same event. However, if you already have a relationship with the women around the table, great, jump all in. But if you don't, like you met them at a vendor event, or you really don't have a strong relationship with all the women around the table, I think it's important to build that relationship first, because if we get too far into talking about the opportunity and recruiting on the spot with someone you don't have a relationship with, one of two things can happen. Either if they sign on the spot, you do kind of create these kit buyers, people who just buy a kit and then just kind of disappear. Or if you set up a second appointment with them to talk to them about the opportunity, you can get a lot of ghosting, a lot of no-shows, because that relationship isn't tight. And it's not about you, it's just about the way our world is right now. That trust level has to be earned. So it really is about that relationship building. And so I open up the conversation really very subtly and briefly during the party. So there is a point during the party, probably when the mask is drying, if you're using charcoal mask or the pink clay mask, that you can bring up the opportunity. And this is how I started. I basically say, I get asked a lot about how I got started in Mary Kay. When you use those words, I get asked a lot about how I got started in Mary Kay. It literally takes the pressure off. Like, hey, I'm going to tell you about Mary Kay. No, it's like a question in people's minds. And guys, it is a question in people's minds, whether they ask you that question or not. 9 times out of 10, I get people who say, oh my gosh, I was curious about that. So start with, I get asked a lot about how I got started in Mary Kay. So I started Mary Kay right after college. I was working in a law firm, and my roommate became a consultant. And that's how I learned about skincare. And then later I was invited to go hear Mary Kay Ash at the Civic Center in Des Moines. And that changed everything. So here I am 38 years later. And then maybe share something you've earned or something you've achieved, just to kind of like whet their appetite to maybe ask you some questions. So depending on the response from me sharing just a little bit about my business, really basically 2-3 sentences, I will either open it up for Q&A and give tickets away, or I'll just drop it. It really depends on the mood at that party. So you don't want to push too much. Really use your gut, your intuition to kind of guide you on how far you want to go. Then during the individual conversation, I will tune in again to like my gut. And so I don't listen to my head, because my head always says like, she's not going to be interested, and it just goes in a million different directions. But I just listen to my heart, listen to my gut. And if my gut says share because I like her, that's the biggest thing. I like her and I have a rapport with her, then I'm going to lean back in my chair and just ask, have you ever thought about doing what I do? And I don't know if you saw my mannerisms, but you kind of tilt your head, raise your shoulder. It's it's more of a feminine approach and you want them to come to you. So have you ever thought about doing what I do? Or have you ever thought about doing something like Mary Kay and just say it really soft and then shut up? Because the first person who says anything after that is the buyer. And so if you start talking, you just bought it back. You bought the opportunity back. But if you let her start asking questions, then she is buying into you. I hope that makes sense. So don't listen to your head, because your head's always going to talk you out of it. Really listen to your heart. And if you love this girl and you would love to have more of a relationship with her, love to have her on your team, then definitely share it then. There is one more opportunity coming up where you can share again. So they may say something like, I never thought of it before, or I never thought of it before I met you, or nope, I've never thought of that before. No matter what they say, it really doesn't matter. What you want to do next is offer her the opportunity or to hear a little bit more. And you can say something like, you know what? It's probably not for you. Let her off the hook, you guys, because if you pressure too much, that relationship is gone and she's going to be like freaking out. But it's probably not for you. But honestly, I give away a lipstick just for listening. Would you be willing to help me with my challenge of sharing with 3 sharp women this week? I'd love to get to know you better. Are you up for coffee, or would you rather talk on the phone? What would work best for you? Of course, I'm like pausing and letting her answer in there. But that's basically what I say is I'm going to give $9 out of my pocket for an opportunity to share Mary Kay's opportunity with her. It is so worth it, you guys. Now, right now, we have a drawing going on in our unit that we do every quarter for $500 cash. So you really don't have to give away a lipstick out of your own inventory. You can just take advantage of the $500 cash. And that information is also on boards for just listening to one of 2 videos. One of them's a company video that's 2 minutes long, or my video that's 10 minutes long. When they give you their feedback, they can get in the drawing for $500 cash, which is pretty spectacular. But if we don't have that going on at the time you watch this, you can offer a lipstick or anything else that you feel you want to give away. Okay. So then if that went on, I send her home with the team building brochure, which is also listed down below in boards. It's the company flyer. And then follow up. Follow up is key. And so this is where you start letting them know about your follow up. And you guys, this is not follow up to the opportunity. This is follow up because she just purchased a skincare set from you. So you're going to switch gears here a little bit. And you're going to say to her, whether you offered her the opportunity or not, because you may not have felt like the timing was right, and that's totally okay. I'm just kind of sharing with you thoughts and processes here. What you're going to say at the end of your individual consultation is, so I'm going to be sending you a text in a little bit to give you our order of application. So that way you remember how to use these wonderful products. And they're like, great, thanks. And this day, that day that she purchases the products, the skincare, that day is profound. This will double your retention rate, which it's so much easier to keep a customer than to go find a new one. So it'll double your retention rate, it'll double your reorders, and it'll double your team building, you guys. So you're going to text them when you get home that day, and they almost always hit you back right away. This text message is magic. And so when they're responding and it's going well, this gives you another opportunity to bring up our Mary Kay opportunity through this natural back and forth in text messaging. So again, you can say, I don't know if you've ever thought about Mary Kay. So you can just take that script and use it there instead. Does that make sense? Really listen to your intuition. Do not listen to your head, because your head will talk you out of it every single time. So really listen to that intuition. So once they respond back, and you've asked them to watch the video, then there are some questions that you can ask, and I'm going to go ahead and post those down below in boards as well. Okay. All right, so text messages. Day one, it's the order of application picture with the text. It's going to be listed down in boards. You're going to send that out immediately. Day two, you're going to send out a second text that's super cute along with the video. So whether they bought TimeWise 3D, the Ultimate Set, or TimeWise Repair, I've got 3 different videos down in boards with the script that you can send out to them that will solidify and get them excited again about buying that skincare set. Because, sometimes you get people that are excited, they love the way their skin feels, they buy that set, then they get home and they stick it in the closet and they forget about it. And so this just keeps you top of mind and gets them thinking, oh my gosh, I got to get that skincare out and I got to use it. And then in 2 weeks, you're going to text them again and follow up. And then in 1 month, there's another text, and it's the Home Alone face. And it says, doesn't your skin feel amazing? Aren't you glad you have Mary Kay in your bathroom? So cute, cute, cute follow-up text messages that get people responding back to you, because that's the magic, you guys. When they're responding back to you and you're building that relationship, that back and forth relationship, that's when you've got a customer for life. That's when you've got a customer who will reorder from you, a customer who will hold a party for you, a customer that will listen to the opportunity. Like, anytime in that process when your gut goes, I really like this girl and I would love to work with her, that's when you ask her, you know what? I don't know if you've ever thought about Mary Kay, or have you ever thought about Mary Kay? Just asking her will make all the difference in the world. So I will also list some follow-up questions for after they've watched a video. I'm going to list that on boards as well. But I hope this helped you figure out the one day, then the second day, then in 2 weeks, then in 2 weeks again, and then you're going to follow up every 2 months with your customers. And that is another class for another day. Have a great day, you guys. Bye-bye.